of Willard Powers on November 3rd, 2016 at Willard's home on High Ridge Road. The interviewers are David Morrison, Donna Heath, and Lynn Troy.
Well, thanks for agreeing to do this, Will. We'll get this little sheet of questions here. I guess we start with your date of birth and where you were born.
I was born in Littleton, New Hampshire, June the 19th in 1925 at an early age.
At a very early age, yeah. Were you born in Littleton Hospital or
Yeah.
at a private home?
Yeah, at the hospital.
Yeah.
So they tell me.
So we your memory of that day was kind of foggy.
I said, yeah, I think it's myself, the doctor, and the nurse is in the room. Yeah, I think, by the way, I think my mother was too.
So you were kind of midway in a family of 7.
Yeah.
Were you the youngest boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Russell was one day of lacking a day of being a year older than I am.
And Leland was older than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Thelma and Geneva and Thelma were older.
Not Thelma, Theresa.
Theresa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Those 2 girls were older than Leland,
Yeah.
and then you, and then there 2 more girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tell us about growing up in a house full of 7 kids.
Oh, I guess we used to scrap a little bit. I remember my sister pushed me once and I hit my head on the corner of a dresser and I had to take me to the doctor, and it seemed though he dumped some iodine there. That was worse than a hit again. I remember my brother and I were playing down there at Brook, making a little dam, and he fell in and I stood there and watched him. Why don't you help me?
You didn't push him.
No, I didn't push him. We went home, mother cleaned us up and found some clean clothes, but stayed away from the brook.
So you probably helped your father a lot on the farm as a kid?
Oh yeah, I remember one of the little 5-quart lad pails we used started milking cows in.
By hand?
By hand, oh yeah. But when we got older, Dad gave us allowance and we saved our money and we was going to buy some milking machines. But my dad, when he knew we were real serious, he went with us and he bought them. So we didn't have to spend that money.
So what was it? Were they Serge or De La Valle back then, or was there another name that was common? Those are the 2 names.
Perfection. Farina sold them on Railroad Street. And they were Perfection. They had to be Perfection to run.
So did you run it off a tractor at that point?
No, we had a little gasoline engine.
Or a little generator?
No, just run the pump.
Or a vacuum pump?
The vacuum pump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when did they get electricity at the farm?
Well, just as the war was starting, it was up to Leo's, Williams, which is Wilmot.
Right.
And Dad went to see the county agent about getting electricity. Well, he went to the power company first, and they gave him a run around. So he said he went to see Mr. Blow. He was head of the what do you call it? Help the farmers anyway.
Right, extension agency.
And so he told him to go back and see the power company. And he said, if they don't do something, we will. So he went down to see him. They still gave him a run around. He said, well, they told me to come back and see them and then do something. Well, they was right up there Monday morning surveying.
And about what year would that have been?
Well, 40. The war started in 40. Was it 40?
Okay, it's Second World War. Yeah, really.
Right around there.
Okay, yeah, that kind of fits with what Mother used to mention. It was up on the hill, as we call this area,
that one
in the 40s.
To Fitchett. We used to call it Fitchett places. Mrs. Earl down there now. And over to that place, that's as fast as it went then.
Do you know how much earlier Carol was down in the village prior to coming up here?
No, I don't remember anything about it.
Did anybody have telephone, even though they didn't have?
Oh yeah, we had telephone.
So telephone preceded
Oh yeah,
power.
before that. Up a little? Okay.
No, you talked about the phone having a
Oh,
crack.
yeah, the phone. There's 3 or 4 parties. If you picked up the phone, somebody might be talking. My brother-in-law say that's why we get all the gossip. We had a 4-party line, and our ring was too long and too short. To crank it, you had to crank it.
And you could listen in.
Yeah, and us boys usually use a slingshot and glasses. It was quite nice to look at. Some of them disappeared.
Oh, this is the insulators on the.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. You naughty boy.
I know.
I'm guessing that your folks heated the family home there with wood, but
Yeah, we had a wood furnace as long as I could remember, and you could put in a fence post up about 6 feet long, and there was an inch pipe ran the full length of it and back again, and that went out to keep the water tub from freezing for the cattle.
okay. So you had to lug wood, or did
Oh, we used to fill wood chip. Yeah, Dad used to go around with a saw rig. Dad might go over the winds and get it, bring it over there, and whoever wanted it from there would come with their team horses and take it. And that was a drag saw.
Yeah, I remember the drag saw. That was in the barn down there when I was a kid.
Yeah.
To harvest the wood?
Well,
To
cut it
cut
up.
it up.
Any particular memories of your other siblings?
Well, especially I can't think of right now. We used to have a few ponies we used to ride sometimes. The girls used to like to ride the ponies. We used to have a little one we sugared, hitch on a little sled, and we'd tie a milk can on it, and Dad would tap a few trees. We'd go out and get us a sap with a little pony. Sometime he'd run home on us, and Dad would set up some stones and put a pan on it, and we used to sugar there. But one day my oldest brother and I decided we'd go out to sugar ourselves. So we got the fire going good, and we thought of going squirrel hunting. And it kind of got, sap got kind of low, and we burnt the pan up. Then later on, when the power company was selling, giving away the houses, we tore down 2 L's on the houses. One of them we built the sugar house, Dad's sugar house down to Keith out of it. And the other one we built the Keith garage over there with that.
Okay, I was going to ask you how long that sugar house,
Yeah. That was
your
that.
dad's sugar house. So that wasn't there forever.
Oh no.
You built that as a family.
Yeah, big timbers.
Ah.
Huge timbers.
Well, tell us a little about school. I know you went down here at the end of the road. Did you go all 8 grades at the
Oh yeah.
Wood School?
Yeah, I think it was just 8 or 10 of us last year. And I said that I was the smartest boy graduated. I happened to be the only one. Several girls.
Yeah, I think when Mother closed that school, it was down to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
It
it
was
was
right at the end of this road down.
Yeah, there's still some cement blocks that were part of the foundation on Vinton's
Oh yeah.
land there. I think they're probably under that pile of wood right now.
And when I was in the 8th grade, I got the job to do the janitor work. So I walked to school about 7 o'clock in the morning, built a fire, and while I was waiting for the fire to get going, I'd open the window, put some bread or something in my hand and feed the chickadees. Then I'd walk down to the Frank Roberts lived there, one last ones, and I'd take to get a bucket of water and put it on these crock things here at school to get water out of it. And I'd sweep the floor at night, and I did that about 35 or 6 weeks, and I got $1 a week, and I saved it. I bought my Elgin bicycle from Sears, came in a crate, and Dad had to screw the pedals on, put the handlebar on. Then I bought myself Dad went with me in the Sears Roebuck, which had a store right there on the corner of the Avenue and Railroad Street. And I bought me a 22 pump. I still got that. you can't be sure when you shoot it. Sometimes you go out, sometimes you won't. I've still got it there.
Yeah.
I think my old bicycle's up here in the woods somewhere.
How about you? Do you cook?
No, I can boil water. I make donuts.
Willard's always made donuts.
So-
Yeah, I made donuts. It's so famous. They even went to Honduras.
Wow.
The guy that's pastor at church over St. John's for that Clifton boy, George's son, he went to Honduras.
Yeah.
And we, a group of us went over to help fix the house up there he was going to be living in because he was moving. And his wife came up to me and said, Uncle Willard, Clifton's quite disappointed you did eat some donuts. But George and Linda went over a few months later, so I made sure I sent them some maple syrup, some donuts.
Do you make them still?
Yeah, but I don't cook them. I mix them up and we let them set and cool. And maybe do them in the morning. I sit there with apron on and roll them out and cut them out. And she puts them in the cooker on the stove. We usually make a double batch, 60 donuts probably.
Fantastic.
We got to do that again here sometime.
This is the season, isn't it?
Yeah, they use.
Well, Willard, this has been fascinating and a lot of fun, and we really appreciate your sharing this with us.
Well, thank you.